Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Rob.
And this is Ask Rob and Rob.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Ask Rob and Rob. We're back to answer another one of your questions. Thank you very much for keeping us busy. So, how does this work? Well, you get in touch and you ask a question, and then lo and behold, we answer it. Kind of given away in the title, I suppose. So to keep this relationship working and this machine rolling along, we need your help. We need you to ask us those questions, those things that are locked away in your head that you'd love to know the answer to, and you just don't know who to ask. Well, now you do, and it's really simple to get in touch.
Yep, all you need to do is pick up your phone and dial 013 808 000 35. 013 808 000 35. It will cost you your normal rate. You will hear a little message. You'll leave a little message of your own, and then we'll answer your question. Alternatively, you can go to thepropertyhub.net/podcast and speak a message into your computer that way. Either way, just do it. I can't stress this enough. Without your questions, this podcast doesn't work very well. We're just going to be sat here kind of deep breathing into the microphone. You'll hear an occasional click of our mouse as we browse Rightmove. It's going to be very boring. So please do ask us a question. That's what friend of the show, Mark Morris, did. Let's hear what Mark had to ask.
Hi, Rob and Rob. Mark Morris here. Just wanted to say thanks again for all the great content you put out. Also, congratulations for Rob D with the complete guide to property investment. It dropped through my door yesterday, so I'm looking forward to reading that. Quick question. Just wondering if you could help me. Have you got basically any advice on attracting motivated sellers, generating leads for below market value deals and off-market deals? In the past, I have tried direct marketing via leaflets, but I just didn't stick to it, so it didn't work. But that was my fault. But I just wondered, what ways that maybe you've tried, what works and what doesn't work. Any advice would be appreciated. Thanks again, Robs. Speak to you soon. Bye.
The original Northern Powerhouse, Mark Morris. Thank you, Mark.
Very good.
Great question, Mark. It really comes down to what's important to you. Marketing, leafleting can work, but as you've found, it's a lot of effort. Now, you may feel you haven't got the time or it's not a good use of your time, and that's fair enough. You could employ someone else to do it all for you and take that off your hands completely, not just the leafleting, but designing and giving it out to distributors to get it done. You can outsource it. And maybe if a deal is worth a lot of money to you, you can say, right, my budget of this is going to be for the next few months. If I find one deal, it's been worth it. So maybe outsourcing that process, if you've not found it too enjoyable, is one way of going about it. However, it may be more beneficial to use your network, and Mark is the meetup leader for the Property Hub Manchester meetup, and he gets along to many other events, but using your network to take advantage of your position in the property community in Manchester to see more deals, because you might not see them all, but between the people you know, there are people seeing deals and unfortunately passing on them quite a bit. Because quite simply, they can't invest in every single deal that they see. So there's plenty of opportunities out there.
Yep, getting past deals by other investors is brilliant because it doesn't cost you anything. But also in any local area, there are professional property sourcers. Going around and finding these deals is what they do for a living. Of course, realistically, not every deal is going to be great. You're still going to have to do a lot of research on what's put in front of you to make sure that it really is a deal worth paying for. But when you're dealing with small local property sources, the fees are often pretty minimal when you compare them to not only the profit that you're going to make from the deal, but also the time and the cost that it saved you from doing all this marketing yourself. So there are really two ways of doing it, and I think you can be realistic about which one's going to work best for you. Either build your network so you can get the deals coming to you and be happy to pay fees where needs be to save you the effort of doing it yourself, or you can do it yourself. I know people who do it absolutely brilliantly. They've got quite systematic in their marketing. They've got a flow of leads. They buy what they can. Anything that they can't do themselves or that isn't suitable, they pass on to other people and thereby recoup the cost of the marketing. You can make it work that way. But I think, as Mark's found, you need to really, really stick with it. You can't expect to just put a few letters through a door and get a deal. Everyone who I know who does this successfully is very systematic, and they just do it and do it and do it. You could be leafleting the same street for 5 months before you get your first serious lead. That's why a lot of people start doing this, then get frustrated, give up and go, oh, that doesn't work. It does work, but you just have to be realistic about whether you are personally going to be able to do what needs to be done to make it work, or if you're best off leaving that to someone else and focusing on what you do best. There's no right answer, as always is the case with property. But by knowing your options, you can take a step back and go, okay, these are the options, what's going to be best for me, and take it from there.
So, Mark, you've got all the tools at your disposal. You've got a great network and you're well known within the property industry, particularly in Manchester. So utilise your network and or get systemised with what you want to do. Both approaches might work, or if you find one that's working and one that's not so successful, double down on the one that is. As we know, these deals don't often fall on our laps, but that bit of effort, that bit of work can allow us to see things that others don't. So good luck with it and let us know how you get on.
So how do you get known in your local area and get to meet the people who can put opportunities your way? Well, one way of doing it is to come to a Property Hub meetup. The great thing about it is it's completely free. And you know that you're not going to have anyone pitching you anything. You're just going to get to go along and chat and exchange local knowledge and contact with other friendly folk. We've got over 25 of them around the UK. So chances are there's going to be one near you. Just go to thepropertyhub.net/meetups. It'll show you when and where the next ones are. If you are too busy or too antisocial, you can also just go on the forum. Go onto thepropertyhub.net/forum. Use the search box, put in the name of the area that you're interested in, and all the threads where that area is discussed will come up. Once you've made more than 10 posts, you can send private messages to other members. However you do it, whether it's online or offline or a bit of both, completely free, great ways of building up that contact base. And that's really the first step to finding deals that are a little bit better than the average ones that estate agents will put your way.
Okay, so that's us for another week. Thank you to Mark for leaving us a question. And thank you to everyone who's done so far and everyone who's about to pick up their phones or go online to leave us a future question. We'll be back on Thursday with the Property Podcast. And of course, we'll be back next Tuesday with Ask Rob and Rob. So until then, everyone, have fun.
Bye-bye.